All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Athlete Artist Show. I am the artist Kyle Forge, alongside the four-time Dell Championship winner, the athlete, professional hockey player, Zach Boychuk. Zach, welcome back. After we took a couple of days off there to let you win your championship, fourth championship in 5 years.
Yeah. Oh man, it's been quite the run, quite the dynasty in Berlin. Yeah, it's been a fun few days, that's for sure.
Unreal. And you got to do it at home in front of a crowd this time too, which was unreal. I was watching the game online, and the crowd was just going nuts.
Yeah, just like we talked about it on the pod, like it was kind of setting up that way that it was a possibility that we could win it at home. And the first time we won it at home, there was no fans during COVID, and so we knew this time we wanted to get it done. And 3-7-0 wins to close out our series was just a crazy way to finish.
Yeah, unreal. And you scored two in the clinching game too. I think you had the first goal, and then in one of the later on ones too, eh?
Yeah, that's the game winner of the Penny Dell Championship game. So
Let's go.
the cup winning goal, pretty cool. And I
Quick,
got this big beer after to celebrate.
unreal, man. That's awesome. Congratulations on another championship. That's
Oh, thanks.
have you guys started how the celebrations been? And since you obviously, like we just said, you won it at home, how have the celebrations been at home, not having to travel back? Did you guys just stay at the arena all night? Have you been partying with the fans, or how has it been going out in public and stuff since you guys have won
Yeah,
won
we were
again, I should
we
say?
were out on the ice forever, and then we went into the locker room, and then guys like went back out on the ice, and a few guys went up to, like, there's a VIP upstairs where there was still a bunch of fans in the building and kind of hanging out throughout after the game. And I think there was a bunch of guys that didn't leave till 4:30 or 5 a.m., which is just crazy. I tapped out a little bit earlier than that, but I think a lot of guys partied pretty much all night, and then following into the next day as well.
It was your fourth one. You're over it by that point.
Yeah, been there, done that. So
What is it like now going to the off season? Are you able to talk about what your plans are for next year yet, or this week?
yeah, so we have exit meetings coming this week. So Wednesday I'll meet with Berlin and talk with them a little bit. But I got some great news from Hockey Canada. I'm going to their training camp starting, I think, Friday. We have a couple practices, and Sunday we have a game against Austria. So I don't know who's all going. There's me and Ty Ronning from Berlin. Breaking news that we get to join Team Canada somehow. I think Bedard's might be there. Celebrini. I think Uyghur from the Flames, maybe Perek. So there's a few guys' names that I've seen bouncing around. So I'm hoping they're going to be there for the training camp portion of it.
Man, that'll be so sick to be able to go out there and play with Bedsy and Celebrini. Like, just these two guys that have just been on fire, especially Celebrini this year. Like, and seeing Celebrini and Bedard on the same team potentially.
Yeah, and Crosby's been skating, so some people are thinking that he might come to the World Championships too. So we'll see if that happens or not. But I'm sure they'll announce a roster here coming pretty soon. But pretty excited.
That's sweet. When does the roster get finalized? Do you know, or is it kind of? You said you already have a game next week or on the weekend, so.
Yeah, there's a game on Sunday against Austria, and then the game on Tuesday against Hungary, and then after that game, they'll do the most of the final cuts, and then the team will go to Sweden. And I'm not sure if they can add guys like after the second round, or I know sometimes that happens where guys get added after they lose out in playoffs. They usually keep a couple roster spots open, so um, I guess we'll see how that goes. But I'm just going in kind of being one of the older guys that is probably just going to try and be fun around the locker room, have a good couple practices, and I'm sure it'll be kind of like a week long thing for me, and then I'll probably come back to Berlin after that.
Where's the training camp in the first two games? You said you go to Sweden after that. So where's the initial camp and stuff?
Yeah, so the first few days are in Vienna, so that's where we play
Oh,
the Austrian team, and then the next couple days will be in Budapest against the Hungary team. So
and Vienna, that's sick.
yeah, really cool city. I really like that city. I've been to the Christmas markets there and stuff. I've never been there this time of the year where it's warm and sunny. So looking forward to it.
That's unreal, man. That'll be a lot of fun. And congratulations again on the championship, and now going back to represent Team Canada again. Obviously, we've talked about on the pod before. Everybody knows you're a long time winner with Team Canada from all the way back to the World Juniors to the Spangler Cup. You know, represented Team Canada all throughout your career, so it's awesome that you get an opportunity to go back there and for the World Championships.
Yeah, no, thanks. I'm excited, and like there's like 6 or 7 other guys on our team going to the German team as well. So pretty cool. And I think our head coach, Serge Aubin, he's also an assistant coach for the German team. So they go to their training camp in Dusseldorf on Thursday, and we're supposed to have our parade and stuff. So we don't know who's all getting to go to the parade, but it sounds like me and Ty Ronning are probably definitely won't be able to make the parade, which sucks. I'd love
Oh,
to hang out with the fans again and celebrate with them, but and then the other guy, Liam Kirk, he's in the second division of the World Championships with Great Britain. So that their tournament's in Romania, and
oh
he's
shit!
leaving tomorrow morning at like 7 a.m. So we
Wow.
got a few guys that might not be making the parade.
What day's the parade?
It's Thursday,
Thursday.
yeah,
Oh
Thursday at
damn.
like 2:30. So it's always a fun. We get on a bus with the rooftop comes off and it's open, and we drive around the city and come into like the Uber Platz where all the fans are, and get on the stage and kind of have the last hurrah with all the fans. But I guess I've done that a few times already. I don't need to do it again, but I'll definitely be missing watching the boys.
That's sweet, man. I mean, take the late flight. Get
Yeah, exactly.
one
Sorry, I
more
can't make
parade.
the first meeting, Hockey Canada. I'll just be getting drunk at a parade. I'll see you at practice tomorrow.
I got a parade to catch. The fans are expecting me. Team guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Chuck, you mentioned NHL playoffs. There, we're off to a hot start. Our brackets are. I think you said yours is looking pretty good with Toronto up 3-1 on Ottawa.
Yeah.
The West is all tied up. It looked like LA was gonna pull ahead there. Edmonton came
hmm
back. We're filming this
What
on
a comeback.
oh
The Oilers.
we're filming this on Monday, and last night the Kings were up like 3-0, 3-1 when I looked at the score, and I saw Biz tweet about it. Tweet something like series is done, Oilers are done. I didn't realize the game hadn't ended yet, so I texted you talking shit. And
Yeah.
then in the
You
morning,
thought that the Kings won, and I texted you this morning saying that they didn't.
I didn't. Stupid me didn't go and confirm the score. I just
Didn't see
took.
Byfield turn it over, just give it right away to the Oilers. Bush bomb. Bush gets 2 goals to tie the game, and Draisaitl with the OT winner.
Unreal power play OT winner too, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Like
the Kings
can't.
got to stay out of the box if they want to win that series.
Yeah, you cannot take penalties in overtime, especially against the Oilers. You're just
No,
asking to lose that game. The
definitely not.
the Vegas Minnesota series a lot closer than we had anticipated. And Minnesota actually a couple high scoring games kind of thumped Vegas. What was it, 5-2 and like 7-2?
Yeah, Vegas was looking like they were in trouble there for a bit. Obviously, the series is tied 2-2 now, but they're gonna have to really close it out in the last few games. I think that one's a lot closer than people expected.
Yeah, sorry, it was 5-2 both games. My bad. I said 7-2, but um, and then yeah, Vegas they were down in last night's game too, and won in
hmm
overtime. Came back, went ahead, ended up going to overtime and keeping that win, which good for them. I think we both had that 4-1 series, ended in 5. So
Yeah,
it's
we're wrong on that.
Dallas, Colorado, tight series, which we said was going to be tight. All like we
Yeah,
said, West is all tied
that
up. They're
one was a
tight too.
50-50 for me. I didn't
Yeah,
expect Dallas to come out 2-1, but obviously
yeah.
Colorado had a great bounce back win the other night.
And Winnipeg, St. Louis, like St. Louis just destroyed
That's a
Winnipeg
home
last
game
night.
series, right? The two home game, the home teams won their first two games, and then St. Louis won the next two. I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah, I
And
believe
like
so.
Hellebuck, he's got to be
7-2.
panicking right now. Like
Oh,
his
dude.
playoff numbers are rough.
Yeah, they're not great. That second game was a 2-0 or 2-1 win for them. But yeah, when those games that they lost, like that 7-2 game that's a tough one to give up.
Just getting pounded in St. Louis. So yeah, that series is going to be a closer one than people expected as well.
Yeah, back over in the East, like I said, Toronto up 3-1 against Ottawa. They were up
But
3-0.
that's a closer series than 3-1. Like
Yeah,
two overtime games, or is it
three overtime
three
games.
overtime games?
Yeah, 3 overtime
So
games.
I don't
Leafs
think the
won 2 of
Leafs
them.
can be that confident in their game right now.
Yeah, I mean they have that the convenience of being up 3-1, but yeah, it's a lot closer than that. And Ottawa stayed alive the other night in overtime. Again, came back, won that in overtime. Brady Tkachuk was absolutely out of his mind when they scored. Sanderson, just a huge goal, just throws it on net. That kid's a beauty.
I like that Sanderson, yeah. Both him and Tkachuk, obviously. Tkachuk's buzzing around in the playoffs right now, so
Yep.
I don't know if they'll come back from 3-1, but they're at least making it interesting. That's the only scar on your bracket right now, right? Everything else you're pretty much right.
Yeah, besides picking how many games, I think it's pretty well. No, Montreal and Washington too.
You picked Montreal?
Yeah, I have Montreal,
Okay.
and they're down 3-1. So
my bracket's maybe a little bit better than yours right now.
yeah, I think yours
But
is a
you
little
have
bit better.
Florida and I have Tampa.
Yeah, that is correct.
So you have that one right so far.
Tight series like that one's kind of opposite. The away teams are winning that series. Florida won both games in Tampa. Tampa won the other game in Florida, and not just won it, like they whacked them 5-1.
Smoked them, yeah. And some big late hits at the end of the games, interference penalties, suspensions maybe.
Yeah, that was the Washington Montreal game that I'll bring up, the bench brawl, but
there's that too, yeah.
Yeah.
But I was talking about the Hagel one on
Yeah.
Barkov, and then the Tkachuk on, who was that one? On Gensel, I think.
I didn't think it was a late hit. Was it the Tkachuk hit?
Yeah, they gave him a 5-minute for interference, but it was just a really late hit. Like Gensel was kind of admiring his pass a little bit. And then Tkachuk waited 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, and then boom, they gave him a 5-minute penalty at the end of the game. But I don't think he'll get suspended or anything.
Yeah, when you watch it in full speed, it didn't seem like it was too long after, but it was definitely there was a little bit of a delay for sure.
You got the Tkachuk bias again, I think.
Yeah, maybe, but it's also playoffs. Like it's not like it was a late hit to the head. Yeah, it was a little bit late, but it wasn't it wasn't a massive.
The Barkov one
hit.
was way worse with Hagel on Barkov.
Yeah.
He didn't even have the puck at all.
No, yeah, that one was way worse. The bench brawl though, Montreal Washington, that was crazy. End of the period, literally
Wilson
not on the bench.
Took out Carrier right earlier in the game.
Yeah, and then Wilson and Anderson are going at it on the bench because I think that's in Montreal, so the Caps have to go across the ice to leave at intermission to get off the ice go to their room.
Yeah.
So like Wilson and Anderson just end up going into the bench, and the linesman is in there. And then I thought at one part of the video, I thought one of them accidentally hit the linesman or tried to shove him out of the way or something. I'm like, man, don't get an abuse of the official calls here or some extra suspensions on top of that. But both guys got fined. No suspensions. Both guys just got fined. But yeah, wild scene there in Montreal.
Take the fines in the playoffs. You don't want to get suspended in the playoffs. No.
This episode of the Athlete and Artist Show was proudly brought to you by SpinBet.com, Canada's #1 online casino and sportsbook. It's NHL playoff season, and if you're not betting with SpinBet, then what are you even doing? Whether you're backing the top-ranked Winnipeg Jets, riding the underdogs, or just here for the overtime chaos, SpinBet.com has the best odds, the hottest promos, and the smoothest platform in the game. And right now, SpinBet is handing out one of its biggest offers yet, a 200% first deposit match up to $2,000 plus 100 free spins exclusively for Athlete Artist Show listeners. Go to spinbet.com and use the promo code AthleteArtistShow. All one word. This one's for Canadian players only and for the first deposit only, so don't miss out. Head over to spinbet.com, smash that sign up button, claim your bonus, and get in on the action. SpinBet, where the real ones play and the smart ones win. Carolina 3-1 against New Jersey. That one I think we picked similar, pretty similar. So
yeah, I think everybody had that one. New Jersey wasn't looking too hot down the stretch.
No, Carolina's a strong team. They're looking good.
But their goalie might be out now. I saw
Markstrom, yeah.
Timo Meier kind of ran him a little bit. I don't think Brind'Amour was too happy about it, and they didn't even call a penalty on the play.
Oh, you mean Carolina's goalie?
Carolina's goalie, Anderson. He's
out.
He left the game halfway through.
Oh, yeah. Is he? Let me see if they've said anything about it.
It looks like concussion, or maybe he landed on his knee or something. I don't know. Didn't look good from what I saw. And Anderson's always had injury problems.
Yeah, I think I saw Biz talking about this one too. Like, it was originally a 5-minute major, then they just took the call away completely. Probably should have been a 2-minute. Hey,
I think they called it a 5-minute just so that they could look at it and get it right, and then they just said, "Screw it, we're not even going to call a penalty at all," which is kind of surprising considering it knocked him out of the game.
Yeah, and I'm looking at the video again right now, and it's like he wasn't shoved into him. He went in there. He did make an effort to stop, but he still bumped him and shoved him back into the net. So I think that should have been a 2 for sure.
Yeah,
definitely not a 5, but it should have been a 2.
Hopefully Kochetkov can play well. I don't even know who their third goalie is, but
me neither. Yeah, I don't want to lose a goalie in the playoffs. Was Markstrom hurt too, or was he? Is he just?
He was playing.
I thought I saw something about him getting hurt, but maybe it was somebody else. Games tonight: Dallas Stars, Colorado Avalanche at 7:30. Tampa, Florida. No serious clinching games tonight, but Florida can definitely take a stranglehold on that series if they pull one of these games off at home.
That'd be a huge home win for them. I'm sure they'll bounce back, but I don't know. It's been a close series. Tampa is clawing its way back, so be a good game.
And then Colorado, Dallas, like we said, close game, series tied 2-2. Games in Dallas tonight. We'll see what happens there. This is a big game. Game 5, series tied.
I don't think either teams are that happy about their game right now. Like they've definitely got more. I think goaltending has been pretty average. I feel like across the whole playoffs, like there seems to be a lot of goals. I feel like for playoffs, usually it's an under type of bets, but I've been seeing lots of goals.
A lot of goals. Points wise, Kempe, McDavid, and Draisaitl all have 9.
That's pretty good, pretty impressive in only 4 games, 4 games.
Boldy and Kaprizov. Well, Boldy, Kaprizov, McKinnon, Svechnikov, and Kempe all have 4 goals.
Looks unreal, man. Like he was obviously injured down the stretch, and he's bounced back, like throwing that saucer pass to Boldy. Like they just look unreal right now.
Boldy's nasty. Yeah, that kid's gonna be a star. I said that in our preview show. Like I've watched him for a while, and everything about him, like he's gonna be a superstar in the league.
Really underrated. But the real star right now is Gavin McKenna. Have you seen his highlights in the WHL playoffs?
It's disgusting. He's
absolutely getting
disgusting.
Like 4 points a game. I think he had 5 or 6 the last game.
Yeah, he had 5 assists.
And he's dummying my Lethbridge Hurricanes, making them look like pylons out there.
Yeah, and Lethbridge took out the Hitmen, which I thought the Hitmen were going to come away with that series, and then Lethbridge beat them in OT, Game 7, I think, or was it? No, it wasn't OT. I think it was just 3-1 win, Game 7. Yeah. But
they're not looking too good against Medicine Hat.
No, Medicine Hat's pumping them. I think the last game was another 7-goal game for Medicine Hat.
Crazy.
McKenna, like we just said, 5 assists. Kid's nasty.
Yeah, there's another guy, Oasis Weisblad. He trains with us at Crash. He's just this little feisty. I think he wears a C for Medicine Hat. He's lighting it up in playoffs too. Yeah,
he's a 20-year-old now too. Hey, he's the youngest Weisblad brother, isn't he?
I think so. Yeah, drafted by Washington. I think
Yeah.
he put up 100 points this year in the dub. I think he's just kind of a steal pick.
Yeah, and McKenna just the kid's 15 years old still. Or
Oh,
no,
it's crazy. I I really wanted to see that Dupont. I thought he would go to the under 18s like World Championships for Canada, but they didn't end up bringing him because he's out of the playoffs for. But it's crazy how young these guys are, and they're still lighting it up, putting up tons of points in the playoffs. So
yeah, sorry, McKenna's 17 meant he was in the league since he was 50 and just still ripping it up. But yeah,
yeah,
Dupont is the one who's still 15 and like just that kid's disgusting.
uh,
He's gonna have one more year in the. I guess he has 2 more years in the dub, and then that he has to play, and then he'll be off to the NCAA for sure.
yeah, or the NHL. We'll see.
Well,
He'll
I
be
think
drafted.
he'll leave early. He'll leave. I think. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
we're talking like he might do what Gavin McKenna can do and leave early because he can't be drafted till next year. So he might leave
yeah.
WHL, go into
McKenna has a
NCAA
late
next year.
birthday, I want to say. So
Yeah, his
he's
is
not
December
staying in the
20th.
WHL for that long, unless
No.
like Medicine Hat gets the Memorial Cup or something, and they somehow convince him to stay. But
Well, I mean they might win
probably
it this
going to
year with how they
college.
are. 129 points in 56 games, just gross.
I
29
think he's
points in 11
a little
games in the
too good for
playoffs.
that league, maybe.
Yeah, no kidding. Hey, what about? Have you seen the U18 Telus Cup? Did you see that at all?
No, I didn't. Did Regina win it?
Yeah,
No,
Regina
who?
won it. Maddox Schultz, kid is an absolute beast of a U18 player. He'll be in the WHL probably next year, or at least for his eligible games. But Maddox Schultz, he's 15 years old, 93 points in 44 games, U18s, 43 goals, 50 tucks. I've seen this kid a lot this year. He was playing with Regina at the Circle K, or the Max, as we like to call it. You
Yeah.
watch this kid play, and he's absolutely disgusting. Like he's way too good for
Who's
AAA.
he drafted by?
Projected number 1 pick this year in the WHL draft.
Oh, really?
So he'll probably play his. I think he has 34 games eligible for next year.
And doesn't Regina have the first overall pick this year? Yeah, so he might go to his hometown team.
And you know what's pretty close to Regina? Melville. Only
Melville
a few hours away.
Millionaires.
Only a few hours away.
I don't think he'll be going there.
You never know. We have his goalie. We have his U18 goalie. So
Oh, really?
yeah.
Nice.
Tabashniak, he had through 5 games of the Telus Cup, he had a 9.51 save percentage, 2 shutouts.
Not bad.
So him and Schulte just carry that team through the Telus Cup.
How did they do in the Max Midget?
They did okay. I think man, that was so long ago. I forget who was in the final. They didn't play Shattuck in the final.
Shattuck won it?
Yeah, Shattuck won the last 2 years in a row. It's just unfair.
Well, they have like 18-year-old players too, don't they?
Yeah, they're 18U, and then all the Canadian teams are U18, so they've got some older guys on the team. Those American schools will have so this year we can take like 07s cross border.
Mm-hmm.
But they still have some 06s. So guys like last year for Canadian 06s would have been their last year in AAA last year, but some of these guys come back and play for their American teams, whether in 18U. So like
That's
same program.
crazy.
So yeah, they'll have a couple
06s.
guys. Yeah, crazy. But
Yeah, I was playing in the WHL in 06, I think.
yeah, well, not everybody is as good as you, Chucky.
That was 20 some years ago almost.
That's crazy. That's a man. Not a lot of people can say they had a near 20-year pro career.
Yeah, no, that's true. It'll be interesting to see some of the older guys on Team Canada. Obviously I'm the oldest guy on Berlin right now, and I still feel like I'm a young guy for whatever reason, but when I go to that Team Canada, there's going to be lots of 19-year-old, 20-year-olds, like some Celebrini. I think he's maybe 19, 18 still. So
Yeah.
hopefully there's a couple other older guys that I can kind of hang out with and see if we can help the young guys have a good time.
It's crazy you say you feel old because realistically you're not old at all. You're what, 34,
No,
35? Like
35 years old is old in hockey years,
in hockey
apparently.
years. But I mean, especially like with all these young kids coming in, like the Celebrinis and like the Bedards and like the
Yeah,
Gavin
and they're so
McKennas.
good too. Like
Yeah.
it's crazy. If I like go through my NHL draft to see like how many guys are actually left still playing, there's there's not that many. A lot of guys retired or either just hit 1,000 games and are about to retire. So it's coming to the end for sure.
Are you at 16 years or 17 years now?
I think this is year 17. I don't know actually. I want to say I turned pro when I was in like 2009, 2010. So it'd be 16 or 17.
Did you turn pro your 19-year-old year or your 20-year-old year?
Officially turned pro my 20-year-old year.
20-year-old year. But you had a couple of
So
games called up when you were
yeah,
19.
like I think Crosby, he just had 20 point per game seasons.
Yeah, which
Well,
is nuts.
I started a couple years after him.
Okay.
I think I'm at 16, going on to my 17th.
So are you gonna try to hit 20 and then retire, or what's the plan?
20 years would be pretty cool. I really want to hit 1,000 games. I haven't hit that yet. So I think with all my playoff games and Champions League and all these like other like tournament games, I think I would be there. But to actually hit it, you have to get 1,000 regular season games. That's kind of how they count it back home anyway. So
You
we'll,
haven't hit
we'll
a
see if I can
thousand.
hit that.
You haven't hit 1,000 regular season games yet.
No, because
That's
in Europe we only
Oh, yeah,
play
you played
like
less.
48 to 52 games, and
Yeah.
then there was a couple of years where I signed late and like a couple
Mm,
COVID years. So
right.
um, a lot of my buddies have already hit it playing in North America because you play 82 games.
Yeah.
But a lot of it's pretty tough to get 1,000 games in Europe. There's not too many guys that have done that.
Yeah. I guess that's right. That makes sense. That's crazy. How
Yeah.
do you know how many games away you are?
I think I'm within like 100, so it'd be maybe
Okay.
less. So
Okay.
it's either one or two more years for me to hit 1,000. I think. Yeah,
Get you a gold stick to go with all those gold
yeah,
medals.
yeah. That'd be cool.
Maybe a
Try and
Rolex.
convince everybody on the team to get me a gift for my 1,000th game. It probably won't be the same gift that the NHL guys get, but still would be pretty cool.
Just start sending out anonymous emails and texts. Just, hey guys, just so you know, Chucky's 1,000 games is coming up. Be ready.
Yeah,
Let's get him something
exactly.
special. Unreal, man. Is there anything else you wanted to go over before I let you get out of here? Get some
No,
rest in between the celebration and the camps.
yeah, I definitely need some sleep. I'm going back on the ice tomorrow. After lacing it up after the last game, I kind of thought I'd be done for the summer, and I was kind of excited about that. But now getting the call to go, play some practices and a couple preseason games is I got to be ready for that. So skating the next couple days here in Berlin.
You're excited and honored, but you're also like, fuck.
Get the old body fired back up and ready for it anyways.
There you go. All right, man. Well, I'll let you get out of here. This is we'll try. We're gonna be streaming this week. Don't know what day. That's on you, depending on your schedule with World Championships now. So we'll leave that in your court. But we'll have some bets out. This is gonna come out on Tuesday, so we'll have some bets out for tonight's games. And then we'll go over the bets from Monday's games as well. We'll throw a bet out on Twitter and see where we are. If we
Yeah, we're probably gonna disagree on Colorado or Dallas or Toronto or Ottawa.
yeah,
So Tampa, Florida. So we might have to pick some unders or overs. We'll see.
our bets haven't been too bad though. Our bets haven't been too
We
bad.
had a couple of really good parlays, so maybe
Yeah.
we can get another one of those.
I thought that I was, like I said earlier, I was ready to talk shit real quick when I thought the Kings won that game. I was like, because I wanted to bet on that game. You're like, no, they suck on the road, and I'm like, oh yeah, really?
Yeah, we saved our spin bet money, so thankfully
Yeah. Well,
not betting on the Kings.
we're up $500 overall, which is nice. The last two bets we lost. We would have won if we didn't pick Tampa to win that game. I'll throw that one out there, talk a little bit of shit, but
Yeah, I messed that one up.
no, all good. Then I think they ended up winning the next game in Florida anyway.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
there was your pick for them. All right, everybody. We'll see you on the stream, and we'll see you next week.
All right, peace.